name is Hadden. I'm the director of a statewide organization called the SEED Coalition, and it stands for Sustainable Energy and Economic Development Coalition. I'm happy to be able to be here. I do want to say that the short notice has been a problem. Christmas Eve, I was at a hospital in El Paso trying to bring my mother home, and I find that that's a rather unusual time to learn that there is a hearing coming up, a public meeting coming up January 6th. There have been 12 days between that time. Although a press release supposedly was ready, I can't find a member of the press who received it. And I don't understand why there needs to be such a rush. It suggests to me that there's a need to limit public participation, and I can't understand why, if this is presumably helpful to the NRC. The 12 days included New Year's Day. Not everyone is working on New Year's Day. I think that this is somehow not a surprise. In 2006, TXU announced 8 coal-burning power plants on Earth Day. TXU also scheduled 2 hearings for those numerous coal plants at the exact same time in 2 different cities, so that people could not attend both of them, even though they might live in between the 2 sites and be impacted by both. So this is discouraging. I would hope that the NRC would remedy this. Written comments is not the same thing as being able to participate. I think there needs to be greater outreach to let people know what's going on. We do not favor nuclear power here or at other sites, and I'd like to tell you why. It's not a useful solution to climate change. You can't build reactors fast enough to meet any significant portion of the energy needs to be produced. The right way to meet our energy needs right now is through energy efficiency, first and foremost, through better building codes, and that's starting to happen throughout the state. Many cities are passing building codes. If we just get smarter about our energy use, we won't need so much. I maintain that these reactors are not necessary. If we get energy storage to combine the wind and the solar power, we can have a good base load impact. Our real needs are for peak energy to begin with, and we get that with West Texas wind. There are so many ways to build the local economy more effectively and not put anyone at risk from radioactive fuel, from handling it, from trying to store it. Right now it's being stored on site, and it appears that that would be the continuing manner in which the radioactive waste is handled, because we don't have a national repository. That's a huge concern, and you know, we all need to ask ourselves this really crucial question. Do I have to waste the energy I'm wasting today in the little things that we do, inefficient lighting, the extras that we go through every day, the things that we leave on that we could turn off? Do we have to do that so badly that we're willing to leave a legacy of radioactive waste that literally will last millions of years, that someone someday is going to have to repackage and make sure it's contained safely so it doesn't escape into the environment? Are we willing to bank on the fact that governments will still be in place thousands of years from now? How many have lasted thousands of years? Are we willing to put our children's children at risk because we couldn't figure out a smarter way to use our energy and to generate it? And those smarter ways exist right now. And they create jobs, and they're better for our economy. With a wind turbine, there may be an accident now and then, but you don't have thousands of people at risk from a radioactive waste release with a wind turbine. Excuse me, I'm speaking, thank you. Excuse me, I'm speaking right now.
I don't mean to be rude.
Well, you are, and I'm speaking.
Excuse me, can we let the speaker finish?
Thank you.
How long is it going to be, sir? 3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes, and she hasn't used that time up. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I would ask that that be accounted for. There are cleaner ways that make a stronger local economy. The PUC, the Public Utility Commission of Texas, Commissioner Barry Smitherman recently testified that for every dollar put into energy efficiency, we get $2 worth of savings back. Why create more radioactive waste? Why not build the economy in a safe and healthy manner? There are routine releases from nuclear plants. Most people don't know this. This is not being adequately addressed and needs to be through the environmental impact statement and other avenues. There is no federal standard called a MAC, Maximum Achievable Control Technology Standard, for radionuclides. That has been done for other industries, for example, for their mercury in the coal plants. That needs to happen. We need to look closely at worker exposure. We need to look closely at water that would be used. I've looked into the license application and found that each reactor, and there's two, would use over 30,000 gallons of water every single minute. And that's huge. And the acre feet per year is also extensive. There are some diagrams and some facts and figures that we'll be glad to get to you. Nuclear waste is not our solution to energy independence. It has health impacts. It's not supported by much of the public at large. While the local community no doubt has benefited, there are many people throughout the state who are not excited about seeing nuclear power, nor are they excited about seeing a technology, a design that has never been built anywhere in the world brought into Texas. I encourage each and every one of you to look more carefully and to spend some time. We have pulled out all the articles from the history of Comanche Peak 1 and 2, which went 10 times over budget on Unit 1, and to look at the numerous problems they had, especially during the early startup years. The NRC fined TXU repeatedly during those years for violations and for problems of many different kinds. There were leaks of various materials. Right now, there are high levels of tritium from this plant, and this needs to be looked into in the environmental impact statement, and they are high compared to other nuclear reactors in the country. I am submitting this document to you, and I am intending to submit additional written information and welcome you to contact us and to look at nukefreetexas.org.
Thank you.